football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Father, shut up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Kaepernick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, Lance. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that's out quickly to Chase.
I ain't gonna lie,
and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Trying to get a little bit more familiar with running the ball, but I mean, if nothing ain't gonna work in the run, you know, the pass is always available.
Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
You got a pick, man. You got a pick, bro.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Oh, trust me, he can get picked up really.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on.
Oh, man, something too much pressure on there, bro. I was like, let's try to get back from it, bro.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
Offensively lucky to have that one back. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he'll get out near the 40 to the 39.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the toss now with Gibson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Let's go.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here.
Man, somebody complaining, bro.
Now it's 3rd down.
Since you know he's pulling up on nigga with Glock Dookies.
God, bro, you live over here crying.
Kaepernick going to throw. We'll find Gibson here complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick.
Yep.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On play action, it's Kaepernick.
Bro, I literally gave y'all a flat assignment and y'all can't play that.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
Hey, cotete.
Now Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And he's got it. So they go for 2 and convert it along with it. They'll take an 8-7 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run out of the gun with it.
That's why I love Trap.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
I couldn't find really no more in the formation we line. I just added a couple really.
Here's Lance.
No, bro, I do not want that nigga.
And that'll be incomplete.
Bro, that's supposed to
Pretty
be
good
a
shot as he
bird.
tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on
Bro,
third
be real,
down.
bro. Be real.
It's easy to see
Come on
when
now.
we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break,
I
bring a
know,
crowd
but
of people
regardless,
into
this is
the equation.
position.
And that's why he got
Like
knocked
to you,
away
bro.
there.
That's where Ravens come in handy. That's the sad thing. It sat down to work for that.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Oh
It's
my God.
incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And they'll go for it. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
That's that secure tackler. Come on.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
I'm just saying, though, because I know I ain't got slow DBs.
A final shot before half for Kaepernick. He's airing it out for Williams. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
He's taken in by the tight end Fant. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Dude, that's a
It's taking a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, my God. This should be a good play call. Oh, yeah, great play call, Donnie. Great play call.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point.
And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game.
Shut up, Samari. Oh, they're at the back. Get them niggas.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
All of that just for nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, Costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this will be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Kaepernick.
Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake. Kaepernick.
Claypool with another catch.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
How do you want to do it?
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. Guys, man.
I didn't really have time to pick my defense, bro. He literally just got a free play. Bro, I didn't even have time to pick my defense on God. I was doing something.
And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game.
Yeah.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. So they knew what they were doing all along, right? Now the lead 2 here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball. And
look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Have a game, JC. Have a game.
They pay me. I'll do this for free.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have
That's
a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Once more, Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up
and avoids the turnover. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
I honestly don't know, bro.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I'm expecting a break.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
87.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Let's hit him with
and some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Lance now to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
He had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
I don't know what's the point of you. I guess you just like save all your time and energy for the playoffs when it's pound time. That's it. I feel you, bro. Get that build up, do a good little season, probably get some bad picks. You know what I'm saying?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. The time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they will take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Baltimore, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they come back to...
This is 2K, bro.